So we have a story regarding Shohei Ohtani's first home run, another ball caught or picked up by a fan, and then some drama ensues afterwards. I remember the massive story on Barry Bonds. I believe it was his 73rd home run. There was a major lawsuit, two guys fighting over the baseball. That was insane. We are talking big money in some of these situations. Now, this home run, there's a lot of division, as in everything these days, but there are divided opinions, especially over on Twitter. Some people saying this ball's not worth crap. It's not his first career home run. It's not a record-breaking home run, as if this ball's worth anything. And I couldn't disagree more. Sure, it's not worth millions, but there are reports we're going to talk about that it could be worth at least 100,000 plus. Now, that number may be inflated, but this ball would sell for thousands of dollars. Make no mistake. There are many, many rich Dodgers fans who would love to have this baseball. This is an amazing collectible right here. There are many people who would pay big for this ball. And for the normal, everyday, average person, even if it only sells for 20,000, 30,000, that's a pretty huge amount of money. Maybe it's not going to turn you into a wealthy, rich millionaire or something, but it's a nice amount of money for sure. It could help people pay off their mortgage, pay off some cars or something of that nature. So it's a nice amount of money for sure. And I'm going to get into this debate over whether fans should keep the ball, should give it back, do the right thing, give it back so the player can have the ball because it means so much to them. I'm going to get into all that in a second, but let's check out this story right here. The fan who snagged the baseball, her name, Ambar Roman, I'm sorry if I'm saying that, Ambar Roman, picked up the ball by her feet after it landed, and she and her husband, Alex Valenzuela, were escorted by security personnel from the stands, and then hardball tactics ensued. Roman and Valenzuela say security staff separated the husband and wife. Perhaps they didn't want her to have any help. They thought they can get that ball back if they had just her. That's just a speculation, but that seems to be what's going on. They pressured them, left them little choice but to hand over the baseball for a low ball offer. The Dodgers initially dangled two caps signed by Ohtani in exchange for a ball that an auction house representative told The Athletic would be worth at least 100,000. People are fighting over this and arguing over this. Some people say it's valueless. That's just the stupidest thing I ever heard. I don't think, in my just quick estimation, it wouldn't be worth 1,000, 100,000. I don't think, but I could be wrong. It's not like I'm an absolute expert on this. I'm big into memorabilia and autographs, so I kind of have a vague idea. You know, I've seen how much balls sell for based on how big the home run is. I feel like 100,000 is a little too much, but it would be in the thousands. No doubt about that. No doubt in my mind. Probably tens of thousands. Roman said the hardball tactics by the team officials included the threat of refusing to authenticate the baseball if she decided to take it home. No trivial matter, you need to get that ball authenticated. The reported behavior of the security personnel, namely separating the couple before negotiations, naturally elicits questions regarding the tactfulness or lack thereof and apparent boorish behavior of those individuals. They really took advantage of her, Valenzuela told Blum. There were a bunch of security guys around her. They wouldn't let me talk to her or give her any advice. There was no way for us to leave, which is just illegal. First of all, I'm like, okay, am I being detained here? Did I commit a crime of some kind? I'd like to take my baseball, get it authenticated, I'm out. I'm going home. Authenticate my ball, I'm going home. I'll get into that in a minute, but I'm just saying, if you want to keep your baseball, you keep your baseball. But that's tough, you know, when they got you cornered, all these security dudes, they got you cornered, they're putting pressure. That's just messed up. They didn't want him to influence my decision. At least that's how I took it, Roman told Blum regarding the separation. It was a little pressuring, especially because I was like, I need you to give me an answer right now. Got to make up your mind. Well, if they put pressure like that on me, it's like, well, then I'm not going to give you the baseball. Why do you want it so much? If you want it so much, it tells me it's a pretty freaking valuable baseball. And so I need to get this authenticated. Give me some time to think it over. Give me some time here to decide my next step. Shohei's going to have a chance to get this baseball if he wants it. So let's just relax. Let's just not do anything rash. But anyway, for context on how much the ball could have fetched, a foul ball Ohtani hit in 2021 is being sold for nearly $15,000 in the team's memorabilia store. A foul ball. What? A foul ball off the bat of Shohei Ohtani on a random game in the middle of the season, $15,000. So for all the Twitter peoples, it ain't worth crap. That ball ain't worth crap. Shohei Ohtani's first home run as a Dodger will sell for thousands of dollars, probably tens of thousands. Now, I'm not saying anybody would buy this foul ball. Nobody in their right mind would buy this foul ball for $15,000, but I'm just saying that's what they're charging. And they didn't even get the items authenticated that they were given. The bats and the signed hats, or the bat and the signed hats, which they say is around $5,000 total value. I don't know about that. A signed bat for Ohtani? Yep, that's going to sell for quite a bit, no doubt. A couple of signed hats, okay. 5,000 maybe, I don't know. But let's get to my thoughts on this whole thing. Now, there are stories, the conflicting stories on eBay. Some people saying on Twitter. Some people say that she was super happy when she first got it, and I got eBay on my mind because I'm thinking like resale, like auction. But some people are saying that she was totally happy, and then she changed her story later that none of this is true. Like, so there's some debates over it. But bottom line is, the fans don't get a whole lot. We get to watch baseball. We get the entertainment of watching baseball, following our favorite teams. But ultimately, we got to pay a lot of money to do so. Tickets are extremely expensive. They've gone up way faster than inflation has. Even when I was a kid, $7 I can get in the game. Now, it's nothing. You know, it's very difficult. It's very expensive to get into a game, to get a decent seat, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. The food, obviously, the merchandise, all that stuff is heavily overpriced. Bottled water, $8, okay? I mean, it's just insane. But we pay it because we love the game, and that's why they're able to build these huge stadiums. That's why they're able to make millions and millions, and these players are able to make so much money because of the fans. I've said this before, and people go, oh, it's the TV deals, bro. As if there'd be any TV deals if nobody watched baseball. That's why badminton players are not making tens of millions of dollars, and they don't build 50,000 capacity badminton stadiums because of the fans. So what's my point? The point is, we don't get a whole lot. One of the few things the fans get they don't have to pay a ton of money for is foul balls. And most of the foul balls are just souvenirs. But every once in a while, get an opportunity to catch a home run ball that is somewhat or very historic. And it's a really amazing opportunity to keep the ball, to sell the ball, and maybe make a whole ton of money, life-changing money. And let's be honest, it's not about being money hungry, but some people have financial problems. Some people could use that. Like I said, it could pay off a mortgage. It could pay off some homes. It could pay off some cars. It could really help some people in their family. And they can, some people are struggling. Yeah, they had enough money to go to a Dodgers game. It doesn't mean that they're in a great financial situation. So the person we know is in a great financial situation is Shohei himself. Multi-gazillionaire several times over. Okay. But his money's deferred. Yeah, he's made millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. That ball is worth literal pennies to Shohei. So if I'm a fan, look, I'm going to not try to get the max value. I'm not like so greedy. I want to get the max every penny this ball's worth. I would like to offer it to Shohei, but not for a couple of signed hats. It's not about being greedy. It's not saying, look, this is my baseball. It's one of the few things we get. I caught this ball. If Shohei wants it bad enough, I'll sell it to him for 10% what they say it's going to go for. They say it's going to go for $100,000, $10,000. It's peanuts to this man. It's peanuts. Bro, you're so selfish. You're so greedy. How could you possibly not just give the ball back? That's what I would do if you got pressured hard enough, but you wouldn't give that ball back. Any one of us catches that baseball, we start thinking about, dang, this ball's worth a lot of money, and we're not going to get screwed over. We get screwed over on every step of the way. We get screwed over on merchandise. We get screwed over on the concessions. We get screwed on the tickets. We get screwed on all these prices. These prices are out of control, but they know we'll pay it. Jersey prices, all this stuff is out of control. They're cutting corners, trying to save money everywhere they go. The one time a fan actually has the upper edge, we have to give up this baseball for a couple of signed caps and a bat. Are you freaking kidding me? They hand these bats out like candy. They hand to the players. Bats ain't nothing to them. They gave up nothing for that ball. They gave up nothing. So who's really the greedy one? Let's just get that straight. The only thing the fans get is a foul ball or a home run ball. We get to keep the ball. That's the deal. We keep the ball. You want it bad enough? I think right away, someone gets the ball, you authenticate it, you authenticate the ball, and then negotiations can start. The fan, you always give the fan a chance to go home with their baseball. And the next day, if the player wants it, there's a process. And if the fan wants to be extremely generous and offer the ball, they can do that. But I think that they should be allowed to take that ball home, get it authenticated, and have a chance to sleep on it, have a chance to discuss it with their family, with their lawyer, with their financial advisor, see what's going on in their life so that there's no major regrets, because this is huge. Now, this ball, again, may not be worth as much as obviously every home run ball. This ain't freaking Hank Aaron 755 or 715, okay? This ain't Bond 73. This ain't even Shohei's first major league home run. It's not his 500th home run, but it is his first home run as a Dodger, and I think that's worth a little something something. A little something something. But let me know your thoughts down below. I think that the way this was handled is jacked up. I think the way it's usually handled is jacked up because the fans always get screwed in the end, and this is no exception. You call me what you want, Mr. Greed, Mr. Greedy. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. If I'm over there and I caught this baseball, you think I'm like, here you go? No, I want to find out what's going on with this. Let me get all the details about this. Shohei's going to have a chance to get the ball back. I'm not trying to get every single penny I can. But if this ball turns out to be worth $100,000, I'm not just going to give it for a couple of sorry, not for a couple of hats. For a couple of hats and a bat. I got a bat. I got game used bats. I got game used balls. I got autographed hats. Maybe not from Ohtani, but I got this stuff. Let me know what you guys think.